T-minus 20 minutes. T-minus 10 minutes. T-minus 9 minutes. T-minus 8 minutes. T-minus 7 minutes. T-minus 6 minutes. T minus 5 minutes. T minus 4 minutes. T minus 3 minutes. T minus 2 minutes. T minus 1 minute. T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 0.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are large and in charge, live again, back at it. Part 2 of the doubleheader, rocking and rolling. As always, KJ White with Chris TM. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful. I had a little bit of a snag on the Rampage stream, such as technology, as you had last night. So it's just the funny week, a big full moon up above us or whatever the people are talking about. And but that being said, as always, like every other day, we are back with more wrestling coverage. And we will be back tomorrow with Capital Collision. Don't forget that as well. And we're also going to have probably Game 7 of the Toronto Maple Leafs Tampa Bay Lightning in the background somewhere. You might see us pop for no reason or cry for no reason. Either way, stuff is going on. How has your week been, Chris?
Yeah, you might have caught a fist bump or two if you watch last night's stream. But yeah, we're just putting that out there. We're gonna be watching the Leaf game, so that's pretty cool. That's exciting. No, my week's been good. I'm glad to be back, feeling better. So excited for SmackDown.
Yeah, I'm having both shows tonight. I'm having a little trouble getting a hold of. So
both shows.
Yeah, I might be able to.
Mine's going.
I'll try one more thing, but we'll see what happens. But if not, I have a backup plan.
We are getting just your opening promos right now, just running through the storylines, kind of the Roman Reigns, Bloodline, McIntyre thing.
Of course. That being said, folks.
Now you.
Oh, go ahead.
No, say now you can go.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah, folks, we are back again, like I keep saying. I hope you guys had a wonderful week. We got the week in the books. Friday is here. Work is done, hopefully, for most of you. I know some of you are slaving through the night, but Friday is here. We're working for the weekend. 2 shows today, and we are rolling along. Don't forget, like I said already, Capital Collision tomorrow. Lots of stars going to be involved. Stat card, going to be a fun night. And again, all our original content coming out this weekend as well. As once we get through this bunch of packaging, we will get the start of WWE SmackDown. New women's champion. Interesting. I don't care. Roman, what does he do next? What's happening with him and McIntyre? What else? Like, man, I was saying earlier on the Rampage one, both shows, like when I went to make the thumbnail, I'm like, who the hell do I put on this thumbnail?
Yeah. Even sitting here for a few minutes there before we got on, just trying to think of what exactly is advertised and what is going to happen tonight. I couldn't really, there wasn't too much that came to mind besides like kind of what you've listed. So yeah, I don't know. It should be an interesting night.
And what do you got going on right now?
Right now, they are saying welcome to SmackDown, and they are at the Progressive Sun Arena, I believe it said. So
everyone likes the Progressive.
Seems like RK Bro coming to the ring. So they're still hanging out on They're still hanging out on both shows, I guess. So that storyline is not over, I guess, or who knows what they're doing. That's interesting. Because from all reports that I read is they don't actually plan on unifying these titles. So how long are you going to have them hang out for?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and again, where we talk about, you know, the brand split and exclusivity, but it turns out they're doing a whole lot of sharing, Chris.
Yeah, I don't mind the champions going back and forth, but not if there's already like if there's one belt or like I guess one tag team belt. Have the champion go back and forth, no problem. I'd enjoy that. having both champions kind of just do whatever they want. It's just kind of weird. Just unify the belts at this point.
Yeah, might as well.
So
yeah, the usual places where I tap into my wrestling is a little interesting. But that being said, hi there, how are you? Good to see you, Hassan. Nathan, welcome back. How are you tonight? Hey, Chris, KJ, what's up? Rally, OG Rally's in the house. How's it going?
How's it going, Rally? Thanks for being here.
Oh, now I'm getting parts. What the hell?
Oh, so they are grabbing microphones.
Microphones for RK Bro. All right.
Randy's got the mic and looks like he's in a pretty good mood. He's getting a damn.
He's been smiley baby face lately, man.
No, he was getting quite the reception, is what I was about to say. I'm trying to think of where they are. No, that just seemed like a really loud reception for Randy.
No, they're over.
Oh, they're very over. I've been saying it. They may never break these two up. Like
people have been bagging on them, and I've been bagging on them a little bit. I mean, like truly, like shit. It's been a little unlikely pair, but they're over, and Randy's having fun. So it's less of that like reluctant tag team, and it's been better since that. In the beginning, when it was just Riddle going out and getting beat up, and then Randy coming out and cleaning up all the time, it sucked, and they did it like 3-4 times in a row.
Well, I think it was that learning curve for Riddle there, right? So he had to work his way into impressing Randy, and then I've liked it. I don't mind it, and you get like the old veteran stoner taking care of the new stoner. So no, I think it's worked.
Stoner, the legend continues.
I gotta pass the torch to someone.
Did you do a Rampage live stream? I couldn't find you, KJ. I wanted to watch the Rampage with you guys. Weird. Raleigh Sport, I kind of did a Rampage. I did the beginning and I did the end. The middle didn't work out so well. So if you look on our channel later tonight, or actually it's there now, but I haven't put it in the playlist yet. But there's 2 episodes of Rampage because I had a technical difficulty. My internet dropped out 8 minutes into the show. And, you try all the troubleshooting shit, like unplugging it, turning it on and off. You do all that fun stuff. But I managed to get back up. And here we are again for SmackDown. So, it happens live. We're live so often. Friday the 13th on my ass. So there we go. Ali, one of the key cogs to the Wrestling for Life Network. So Sammy's here, by the way. SmackDown.
I was just about to say you were explaining some stuff, so I was just letting you go.
Right on.
But is that not? Why is he coming out?
Oh yeah, this is where you're slightly ahead of me as always.
Yeah, Fox doesn't like you, according to you.
He's wearing a Bloodline T-shirt, and when did he become like? I get it. Like there's some like evil like side. Like there's a purpose to this, but it's just so weird. Hope SmackDown's good. Their title match, Sasha, Naomi, Nadia. Like I said, it was just even a Rampage. I know we missed the middle, but I wasn't really looking forward to it. Hi, Ali. Raleigh, give us some love. Sorry, folks.
It was so early. I knew I was going to miss it, so that's not a very good reason to leave work early. So
nah,
I kind of missed it.
Wasn't worth it. Melinda, good to see you. Welcome back.
Hello,
Randy,
hello.
Totally fits with Riddle.
Thank you for being here.
We'll do check out later. They found a way to make it fit, Chris, don't you think?
Oh yeah, They're both so talented, though. So, like, I'm not surprised they made it work, but yeah.
Are they both so talented,
like you said,
or is it credit to Randy?
I think they both are.
Okay. A lot of people hate the gimmick, though. Or is that just old school fans that can't get their head around a 1990s stoner?
I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, I don't know. Probably that would be good. One good explanation,
right? Don't the old folks remember Spicoli? What's the problem,
dude? Yeah, I don't get
it, dude. Perfect, actually. I didn't even know it was on early.
No, I don't mind it.
No, not at all. Now, I mean, this interesting. How much longer is it going to be at 5:30? That's a rough spot, man. But there's nowhere to go unless you leave that channel, because, like, I was surprised that they couldn't move over to TNT. But then, is there basketball on TNT? Like, what
I'm going to go with yes.
Probably, right? So, yeah, I mean, 5:30 is a rough spot. I'm going to look forward to see what the ratings say when they come out, because, I mean, we all talked about, barely any people watched last week. Most of them were here with us.
Because we are the place to be. But no, that's like you said, it's a very hard spot. Like, unless you get lucky or you get off work early or something, or it's a pretty hard time, and it's one of those you're gonna have to tape it and watch it later. I don't know. They're taking a beating, but I don't know if there's anything they can do. It's kind of the problem with being on that network, and the playoffs are going to go for a little bit longer. So it's a bad start to your summer.
Right. All right. Randy running his mouth. I like it. This is Melinda's sister, Mary. She lost her battle with brain cancer Sunday. We are so sorry to hear that. Melinda was a fan. She stopped in from time to time. We knew about her her battles. So thoughts and prayers go out to Melinda and Mary. I hope you're doing okay. I hope the family is doing okay. Thoughts and prayers. And she will be missed, I'm sure, by many. Sorry to hear about Mary. There's some love. Melinda, same to you. Right back at you, Raleigh, with some love. Yeah, I know that the C word, not to downplay it, but takes out. We talk about COVID and everything else, but cancer can take out people like nothing, and it doesn't discriminate, it doesn't hate, it takes out everybody. So thoughts and prayers go out to the whole family. She asked me to keep her profile.
Yeah, it's
touching. You guys must have been close.
Yeah, always a hard situation. So sorry to hear that.
Yeah, and I mean, both of us have lost people to the same thing, so it's hard. It's hard to deal with, and it's unfortunate, especially it's such a it's a terrible way to go, especially with someone who's far beyond ready to. So, like I said, thoughts and prayers to the whole family. Ronda on tonight. Charlotte leaving for a while because she's getting married to Andrade soon. Did you see that, guys? Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte getting married to Andrade. Wait, dude. Wrestlers used to go on the road to avoid their wives. Now they go to wrestling to meet their wives. What is happening? Things have changed.
Well, you spend so much time there. I don't know. They figured it out instead of, I don't ever, maybe it did and just you never heard about it. So,
listen,
but yeah, no, there's a lot.
Yeah, like shit. I love my girl. I don't know if I want to work with her though. It's a lot, It's a lot. And I, as Chris looks behind the camera, shut up, KJ. No, I mean, it's you have nothing but love, but shit. Can't get bossed around at home and work.
It's a lot of fun.
I already got a boss. No, I'm just kidding. Love you, ladies. Not married challengers. Not many challengers for Ronda. Do you think Shayna versus Ronda? Maybe. I mean, why not? It makes sense kind of a way, but Shayna's kind of stuck, and I think she might win the tag titles tonight. Who knows? Sasha? go after Ronda? Ronda go a bit more babyface? Or they go try and, Miss Evil.
Well, tag team.
Pardon me, Sasha Banks.
Yeah, tag team right now though. Like, are you really gonna like? Wouldn't be surprising, but would they really put them together like that and then break them up that quickly, even if they lost the tag belts tonight?
Mm-hmm.
And then again, what does that say about Naomi?
Yeah.
That's not very good. So
Right.
no, who could be Ronda's first challenger? Well, I heard they moved Lacey Evans over to Raw now, and she's not staying on SmackDown. And I think that'd be too soon, anyways, because I'm not really a big fan of what they're doing with her at the moment, anyways.
Ronda. Wow, Ronda Rhea.
Lacey Evans.
This is where I think you could do this. Is Lacey comes out and then Ronda kind of gets on her about like you poor abuse, and then because Ronda's better as a heel, and Charlotte leaving puts a big void. Somebody, whether it's Sasha, Ronda, somebody has to step up and be that person. They have to get in that role and be able to. There's no top heel female on SmackDown and or Raw, but there's an X factor here, and she's on our thumbnail, Chris. Pop quiz, bitch. No, we got
shit. I failed as usual.
We got the hugger on our knock knock.
Oh, Bailey, and I did see that. You put it right in the middle.
Right. So if they want to keep smiling, Ronda, happy go Ronda. If they want to keep her around in that regard as this awkward, uncomfortable baby face, fine. But then Bailey becomes a really good chance to be that top heel in the company. And she should. She's excellent.
Yeah. No, I have no problem with it being Bailey. I'm just never okay, she comes back, has this feud with Ronda. Does she actually win it? And okay, she doesn't win it, then what? Like, it's kind of just ruins her momentum instantly.
Well, that would be the same thing for Lacey as well.
Yeah, but she's not Bailey. I don't know.
Fair enough. Fuck. Yeah, but
no, that's a very good point. That is.
But the men and women's division right now are weak as shit. Both of them. Who's challenging Roman? Well, okay, fine. Drew. So let's say Drew loses at Hell in a Cell, which that's next, right? Is Hell in a Cell next? Look it up.
Castle?
Oh,
I think Hell in a Cell is
September.
Oh.
Premium live event.
Yeah,
2022.
Hell in a Cell then.
Money. Oh, is it Money in the Bank? July. No. What's the June pay-per-view?
Hell in a Cell then.
Yeah, we got WWE Money in the Bank, Las Vegas. And what about the new rules on this, Chris? What is going on?
Well, see, I kind of missed the exact, what is the new rule?
Well, okay. That's also a good question. Let me see something real quick here.
Well, I just heard it, it turned into the Rumble. It turned into that stipulation.
Yes, well, it's essentially what's being said, or what was said, and now our good old buddy LJ, the trooper of the Wrestling for Life Network, she, alluded to the fact that, it was a bit of Cody angling and needling for this, but the winner of the Money in the Bank gets an instant shot at WrestleMania. Therefore, the theory is the Royal Rumble winner would get the shot at whoever the Money in the Bank person doesn't want, or vice versa. Just shit.
Do you think Cody actually has that much say already? And Vince is actually listening to Cody?
Sunday, June 5th, by the way, Christopher.
Yeah.
Sunday, June 5th, Hell in a Cell.
Well, it's just honestly though, I don't get excited for those pay-per-views anymore. The gimmick
No.
ones, I think they should be taken away. Go back to Bad Blood and Insurrection, and my mind's kind of going blank, which is awful at the moment.
Man, I'd be happy if they went back to. I know NXT's doing it, but if all the in between pay-per-views, in between major pay-per-views, were in your houses or something like that, you come up with something, right? I don't care what you call it.
Yeah,
You know,
you can.
every 4 weeks you do a Cyber Sunday or something.
I don't mind the individual pay-per-view like names for them. I don't know. And like you said, NXT's kind of doing it. Do you really want to copy NXT, your developmental brand?
True. No, I mean you wouldn't.
I
hear you.
Alter it, you change it, yes, but no, they should get rid of it and just use the gimmicks in pay-per-views, even if it's just to that pay-per-view. But like, you're gonna go to a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view and get one Hell in a Cell match, maybe two. Right? Extreme Rules, you get no Extreme Rules matches anymore, or very, very gimmicky ones that aren't good anymore. TLC, that's another one, right? Like I would just make that a match that somebody pulls out every once in a while. Right? You have Money in the Bank. Why do you need the TLC pay-per-view? Not many challenges. No, Raleigh, I agree, because they like. I think your next one says is a lot of the women, like a lot of people have gone to Raw, so it's left things thin, and that's where I keep going. They should unify the two women's belts.
Yes.
Right. Yes, you're gonna have Bayley come back, but like I said, once that's over, then what? Then do you go to Lacey Evans? But like, it's still, you kind of get into that Roman thing because you know Ronda is just gonna kind of run over everybody probably till SummerSlam, maybe a little longer.
Maybe longer, but
takes another little vacation.
Listen, I'm extremely concerned with Ronda Rousey now being the kind of the big cog in the wheel. You know, it's one thing when she's going in there against Charlotte, and Charlotte is Charlotte. She'll carry the match and she'll make it look good. The next opponent, the next few opponents, Ronda's not that good, and it's going to expose her if she's taking on a, pick somebody that's supposed to be an easy win or a soft angle. Like, it could make her look bad. You might need a Bayley.
Easy. You just have her run over them.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
That's
a very good point.
Solved.
Problem solved.
Right? Yeah. I get what you're saying. I don't think she's as bad as you're saying, as you think. We've went back and forth on this on here for a while now.
Ronda's not good. She's not.
I disagree. She's not the greatest. She's still uncomfortable or nervous. I believe she even said it in an interview on the mic. I think in the ring, though, her moves, I don't mind it. And she looks like a badass. Now, can she get in there with anybody right yet? I don't think so. To your point, a Bayley, Lacey Evans can go in the ring.
Who's better right now?
You put her in there in the right people or the right circumstance, and you don't have the Goldberg-Regal situation happen.
Yeah, true. Who's better right now? Jade Cargill or Ronda Rousey?
Ronda Rousey.
No way. I like Jade better.
No.
Like, it's not fair to say Brad or Thunder Rosa. It's not the same thing, right? You compare Charlotte to Thunder Rosa, but you don't compare Ronda to Thunder Rosa. She's not in that league, in my opinion. So, I mean, her and Jade are neck and neck, right? They're both pretty green. I think Jade's come a further way. Wait, let's see if... No. All right. Anyway, you have Sasha, Shotzi, Aaliyah.
Maybe.
Aaliyah still in the company blows my mind. And Shotzi, too. Shayna, Bayley, not many women on SmackDown. Alexa, Asuka, Lacey. One division. one set of titles. And Chris, you're the only person I've heard say this, and I think it's excellent. So if you could spread the word, if somebody could send an email to the WWE, the idea of making the U.S. title one, two off the big name.
This has been a good match, by the way.
You
This
know
has been
what,
a good
mate?
match.
Randy's into this, man. He's selling when he doesn't have to sell. A guy notorious for not selling shit.
Mm-hmm. He can just stand there and just watch.
And that's he used to.
Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. No, it's cool to see, because out of like all the people that you've seen upset or not happy in WWE, to see this veteran who's been there for 20 years, who sometimes gets labeled as kind of stale or boring. What's that called? I know what that's called.
It's like a mission.
Right, it's cool to see him actually like having fun. There you go. That's like didn't want to sit. Yeah, I knew that.
That scoop power slam sit down. Ooh, good match, folks. Hate to say it, this might be my favorite thing WWE showed me all week. Back to the Royal Rumble thing real quick, though. Yeah, that was the comment. I guess in the promo, we were talking, but fans, and I had to go back and read it. But Cody says, one man, one woman will have a chance to main event WrestleMania. And that's insane. It wasn't just the fact that, Riddle, boom, springboard floating, bro, kind of, sort of. The Money in the Bank was more than just a title shot. It was the spontaneity. Imagine you knew Seth was going to fight Roman that night, or Brock. You know, like
not the same.
Yeah, not the same. How do you fuck up your own ideas? Excuse my language, YouTube. Boom, vintage Randy.
It is going to be cool when these two do feud. On a side note, especially if Riddle keeps doing like the Randy routine.
I do think they could turn. They could turn Riddle.
You keep saying Riddle. I don't see it.
Turn Riddle into like Randy's like, listen, kid, we had a good run. You know, Bob's your uncle, Betty's your aunt, Toodles, sayonara. And you could turn Riddle into kind of that annoyed stage 5 type guy, mimicking him, copying his moves. Right? I think he could do it. I really think it would surprise people if I've been saying it since January. If it's Riddle that pops the cork, people will be stunned. And then he has a chance to really show what he can do.
Yeah, do the Mickey James kind of Trish Stratus storyline there where
Ding.
1, 2, 3, there we go.
Drills.
No, can you imagine him doing like the Mick Foley kind of promos, like in ECW? Like, imagine he showed up, cut his hair, and all of a sudden his eyes are more open.
Wow.
And
yeah,
he's talking just like business-like.
Grows a mustache.
Right? Like, it's not quite right. Just the complete opposite.
Oh man. That was what rule. Hell in Cell, Money in the Bank after that. Yep. Money in the Bank being the Royal Rumble. Yep. What rule, KJ, for Hell in Cell? Yeah. Oh, they're showing the bloodline, or at least Roman and Paul.
Yeah.
Did you hear Paul's thing where he went listed off like NWO, DX, this one, that one? They were 4 horsemen. Nobody can hold a candle to the bloodline. Now, it was an interview, a bit of a shoot interview, I'm gathering at that point, but So Roman says thank you to the crowd, and everybody thinks he's retiring. What is that like? I don't think he's going anywhere. Not anytime soon.
It wasn't that he said thank you. It was that he said he might not be back for, I think, ever. or a while.
Well, it was like
So everybody was like, what did that mean? Is he leaving? But then there's a lot of reports came out saying he signed a new deal with WWE.
I did see that as
and
well.
It's for for limited house dates or maybe none at all. So he's not going to be on the house shows like he used to be.
Oh, yeah, no, I could see that being the case. And that's what we've been saying. Stop using your champion so much.
Yeah.
And when if you were Roman Reigns, want like some type of like, hey guys, every time I'm up against somebody, they show up once a month and I carry the storyline for every episode. Like, other than Brock showed up more this time, give him credit. But there's a lot of guys on those contracts. And he's like, why am I here every fucking week? By the way, shout out to
and especially and like you said, he's your champ. So like even if he does the odd house show or whatever to kind of practice something, or even just it's a special town, but yeah, you don't need him there at this point. And I think almost every champion is kind of, they get to a certain point, or not every champion, every guy of his stature eventually gets to that point where they stop doing the house shows, and you kind of see it starting to slow down a little. And yeah, no, there's always those rumors that he could end up in Hollywood sooner than later.
Yeah, I could see that being the thing. And I mean, why couldn't he be in Hollywood? I mean, work on it and anything else. He's doing a fine job now. He's changed quite a bit. Folks. But yeah, I mean, why not? He's a big, good-looking guy. He's jacked. No one can argue with the fact that, I mean, he could easily be the counter. Sorry, folks. It's funny because everyone can tell what we're doing, you dumbass. Yeah.
Well, okay. Anyways. Chris Ronda is not very good. Jade better at promo, better in the ring. Jade has made more improvement. I will agree with you there. I don't know. I've always been a fan of Ronda, and even her coming over from
UFC.
UFC.
What is it? Talk to me.
I don't know. Like,
is it just because
I don't know?
Listen, I loved Ronda when she was smashing people until she got punched and realized getting punched sucks. Because like,
that didn't go so well. That didn't just. That doesn't make me stop being a fan just because she lost. No, and I think part of why Jade has made way more improvements is Ronda disappeared for a while there, had a child. Congratulations. That's awesome. Can't fault her for that at all. But Jade's been there week in, week out. Yeah, so I can see why you guys think there's been more improvement from her. But I don't know. There's just, like you said, if they turned her heel and turned her more into the Ken Shamrock than the Kurt Angle, I think that would be a better situation for her.
Mm-hmm.
In a perfect world, you give her Heyman or you give her a mouthpiece. And you let that go for a bit. If she's nervous on the mic, then, like, if she's coming out and saying that in interviews, maybe she's trying to send a hint. Like, hey, give me somebody. Give her Paige. Give her Trish Stratus. Give her somebody that can talk and that can talk and that are good enough to put the shine on the competitor or on the wrestler and not necessarily themselves.
Is there any problem with Ronda having a heater? Is she too big of a name to have somebody, massage her a bit?
No, Shawn Michaels.
Wait, what?
Was
Where
Bobby
the hell
Lashley?
did that come from?
Like when he got Diesel, he had a pretty big name already. Like he was pretty
Oh,
famous
I
at
see,
that
okay.
point. Like,
I thought you were suggesting Shawn Michaels be your valet.
well, no, that wouldn't work.
Easy.
That'd be cool. Like, don't get me wrong, but no, that just wouldn't work.
Hey, tickets available next Friday for Clash at the Castle in Wales. That show's gonna be
No, if you
insane.
would,
Sorry, go.
yeah. No, if you gave her the right for even like now, I'm not saying this person necessarily, but someone like this. Excuse me, but like say a Nia Jax kind of, right? Like an intimidating Tamina. Just
Oh man, Shinsuke.
okay, but poor Shinsuke.
Did he just call him the
And
table
I like
back?
her theme music.
No, it was the sorry, I popped because when they cammed over to Shinsuke, who was clearly waiting, it was that like schoolgirl twist and like hee. You're like, what the fuck? But made me laugh. Yeah, you know what? It wasn't that long of a match though, Raleigh. It was a great match, a 2-segment match. The cool thing about the WWE is they're really good at stretching shit out with promos and commercials. So yes, 28 minutes into the show, you had one match, but at least it was a good match. Pick your bottle.
I don't mind the way that opened, right? Pick your bottle.
Pick your bottles.
Okay. That threw me off for a second.
Pick your bottles, folks.
No,
can't drink them all.
I don't mind. No, you definitely. Well, you can try. But
sorry.
No, I don't mind it. You get a little like segment, little talking segment, and then you get a decent match that followed it. That's a pretty damn good start to the show, and we've seen them not do it that way. So, I don't mind it.
Right.
Roman was talking. They were showing him backstage with the bloodline.
Yes, I saw that.
Would you say there was some dissension there, kind of maybe?
I don't think it's dissension. It's always that like it's that setup where Roman's displeased, and next thing you know, RK Bro gets jumped in the back. That could possibly be what's coming next. Who's next, guys? Yeah. SmackDown. Roman talking. Is he? Yes, Roman was talking. Now we're getting a reminder that Ronda beat Charlotte again, and Ronda is in the ring waiting for this package to end. Why don't they just get to the point?
No, I agree with you on this. You've been bringing this up for a while. It makes even like as of like watching live, like you're just staring at this person. Now, unless they have the mic and the volume's off, like which I don't think it is, like they just stand there or they're bad guys, so they stand there and they're just grumpy. But
yeah, it's stupid. Imagine going to a live event nowadays. How pissed off you would be. You couldn't get me to pay for a WWE live event. Sorry.
2017. So yeah, it still would have been different. And then the last one was a pay-per-view. So that's
yeah.
No, I haven't been to one. I haven't been to one in a few years. So yeah.
Now, I found it surprising. Some of the big critics of wrestling and the old guys who like to critique every show were really, really impressed by this Ronda Charlotte match. And I really wasn't. And I kind of feel like a certain somebody gave slack because of who the competitors are. Because the match wasn't that good. When you can shit on everything, Ronda Rosa and Britt Baker have a street fight. It's bullshit, and ladies shouldn't fight. And now you got ladies bleeding. These two have a I quit match. They go in the stands. They're using kendo sticks. And they're like, it was great other than the kendo sticks. Bullshit. It sucked. It wasn't good. It was average at best.
I don't know.
Bias.
I read
Bias. You can't pick and choose who you shit on.
I read a lot of good reception for it.
I'll give a shit.
My opinion, it wasn't the best, no,
Thank
but
you.
it definitely, I'd put it above average. I'd do
Above
that.
average. That's what I always hope for when I go into something. I really hope this is above average today.
Well,
yeah.
if that's what you got, then sometimes that's not bad.
This year with the timing thing where you were talking, I've been complaining a lot. But people say, well, KJ, it's the commercials and they got to make money. It is stupid. What it is one, your roster's too thin to have more matches. Two, just have better matches. Bailey.
Ruthless aggression with a smile on her face.
Man, everyone out there.
So, is she about to become a badass? Is she about to become more Ken Shamrock like, or is this going to be like a respect kind of two good guys fight each other or girls? Or is Ronda about to get a little more edgy here?
This is bad. One,
because they're not wiping the smile off Raquel's face.
Fuck. Windshield wiper couldn't wipe the smile off that lady's face at this point.
No.
Holy shit, it's superimposed. It is disgustingly awkward. It is horrible. All of a sudden she's rolling her R's, listen, ladies and gentlemen, forcing people into stereotypes is kind of passe, is it not? She was Raquel Gonzalez. Now she's, Rubio. Like, what are we doing? Why? Why did she have to rolling her R's? She's from El Paso. Come on.
Well, we get your Spanish, but
what are we doing?
Yeah,
All right. You got Asuka running around acting like an anime character, just screaming at the top of her lungs. You got Raquel rolling her R's for no reason. Wait, what?
I wish they would just.
Did they just say
next? Yes.
What's next? A match between them two? Or a number one contenders match? Help me out, folks. What did I just miss at the end of that segment? Bitching and complaining about the segment.
I took it as between them two.
Guys, honestly, go out there and Google Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. Watch that video and tell me that's not what they've done to Raquel Gongal. I can't even say her name. Raquel Rodriguez. Ask her. Just turned her face like she's the Joker. Oh, wait. I went all the way back to the beginning of the comments. I guess I should pay attention. Massive.
Yeah, we've missed a few here, yeah.
Massive.
Yeah. And that's the rumor that they're going to be trying to do a lot more stadium shows this year. So,
yeah, because it's money. Why would you?
Oh, well, yeah, right. Make up for some of that COVID money that they didn't lose.
Yes, Ronda should have just been a killer, an uncontrollable killer. Remember when they were arresting her and suspending her and all that fun stuff?
Yep.
That's the Ronda you need. That's the good Ronda.
No, that's in my head right now. What I'm hoping for to what we just saw is this continue it. Like somehow, I don't know, this gets screwed. Ronda cheats or something, but she starts becoming more edgy.
Yes,
and have this feud continue, not just be a one-off because that's horrible for Raquel. But I wouldn't be surprised that she just gets squashed or something here. She does lose, maybe not a squash match, but have it continue and let this be Ronda's coming out party as a badass. Like, let her be more like Shamrock, and Raquel can keep smiling.
Yeah. Yeah, it honestly looks like we're watching a beauty pageant with these two women just like it's who can outsmile the other.
Ronda does not smile that much.
No,
she still has a generic kind of
You got Bianca
What?
smiling. You got Seth smiling. What the? Am I wrong? Why is everyone so fake?
A lot of stuff. Because that's what they're seeming to try and go back to is characters.
But why?
To your point, and I was gonna, we kind of got away there, and I forgot about it for a second. No, you brought up Asuka. Like when she first, like, why can't you just let her, like, even if it's broken English, just let her talk. Like, just this screaming, this anime character, I think was a good way to describe it. It is ridiculous. Just, right? Like, have her be silent and then grab the mic and go, "You not ready for Asuka," and then walk away. Like, that was so badass. I loved when she did that stuff.
Yeah, give us the Goldberg. You're next. Boom, 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 boom. That's all you needed to do.
Yeah. Like, sometimes less is more for some people.
Yeah, and they still over.
Okay, you don't want to talk. You don't want to talk much. You don't want to give her a manager. So take advantage of what she can do. And what she could do was those little sentences, and they were great.
I agree.
I think Shinsuke does it the same way. Let him talk in his broken English.
Yeah. And if you do it properly, I mean, you had for years. You had guys like Mr. Fuji. You had the Iron Sheik. Shit, you had some of the British guys. Nobody to this day can figure out what the hell they were saying. Christ.
No, it was like being at one of our family parties. You're like, huh?
Huh? Anyone ever understand anything that came out of the bushwhacker's mouth?
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
right?
that's
Like,
a good example.
Let the characters be characters, but let them be unique characters.
No, hey, you go to YouTube right now and look up like best promos ever, and almost every package will have some kind of Sid Vicious in it. Just because,
man, icon.
It just made so much, like, it worked. Like, especially with his character, you were like, this guy should mess things up. He's kind of insane, right?
It's so weird hearing them call her Rodriguez, by the way.
What? Like, at this point,
oh my God. Anybody watching at home right now, we have a Raquel Gonzalez Ronda Rousey match. Who saw that coming? But Raquel Rodriguez.
What did I?
What? Oh, I threw up because Michael Cole said, when asked, Raquel said, beautiful is how she would describe herself. What? How about badass? How about monster? How about killer? I'm beautiful. Shut up. And I'm not even saying she's not beautiful. It's just shit. You can be beautiful and a killer, but you'd rather be the killer.
A James Blunt song's popped into my head.
You're beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Happy Friday, folks. Isn't Xia Li on SmackDown? Once upon a time. We don't know where she is now. We haven't found her. They give her toy swords or whatever those blades were. Aaliyah's shit, but holds the record for the fastest win in world record holding stupidity. Vince too confident in himself booking. It's not about confidence. I read an article not too long ago that Vince doesn't really like his shows, which sounds like far-fetched thing, but he probably doesn't love them. Like, he watches them and goes, he must be thinking all this shit we're thinking, like, it used to be better, but I'm making money.
Yeah, like, I think he's still just trying to force the old school kind of ways.
Mm-hmm.
The old school kind of ways down the new generation's throat, and it doesn't work. Like, you see it in sports, like, there's very few, like, they evolve, and that's the best coaches in the world, best GMs in the world, like, in sports all over the world. Like, they evolve, they change their game plans, or they aren't around. Now, they're very lucky that they're not in that competitive kind of atmosphere as some of the other sports or big things in the world, but
oh shit,
yeah, it just doesn't make sense most times.
First and foremost, somebody told Ronda she was let out say bitch once in a while. She loves it. Loves digging in that bitch. Tap, bitch. Scream,
that's all they can say. So
I can't handle this soft marshmallow mashed potato Raquel. I can't. It bother. I can't get behind it at all. I don't give a shit if she wins this match and surprises the world. I can't get behind this. Like, she's almost in tears that she didn't get a pin. Like, get the hell out of here. You're a monster. In a good way. A beautiful monster if you want to be. Oh. That's X-Slash of the Castle. It's going to be sold out. Apparently, it is sold out according to them. Straight away, UK not had a pay-per-view since 1992. SummerSlam tickets gonna go straight away to 80 or 90. Yeah, I guess that would be pounds or euro rally. Yeah, no, and I love when they go to Britain. I'm really, really looking forward to a British crowd.
What do you mean 80, 90,000? Isn't that seats?
1,000 people. Oh, okay. My bad. I thought we were talking about money.
You're like pounds.
I was like, why did he give us so many decimals? Oh, son of a bitch.
No, I'm guessing people in the stadium, bro.
That makes more sense. It does.
At least one of us paying attention.
It's massive. KJ, I always wondered, why does it seem like the guys that were big trash talkers and were able to talk for themselves in the UFC, like Shamrock and Rousey, can't transition those skills here? Because what they do in UFC is very visceral, right? Like, it's right off the cusp. So there's no thought, no nothing, go. And that's almost what you have to do to Ronda and like a guy like Kent. Shamrock, he did give good promos that time. But it was the promos that were the good ones were the ones where he was snapping and losing his mind. He was like, I'm going to kill you. Screw all of you. Like, you're like, oh, shit, this guy's nuts. But when he was trying to talk, it sucked because now he's trying to perform.
Yeah, they're not performers. They're athletes. They're wrestlers. Let them.
Those.
Right? Like, don't let her come up before a match and have a big like monologue. Get her after a match where she goes, "I'm the baddest bitch in the world," or like, right? Like, nobody can touch me, and then walks away. Was that a roll up?
Oh yeah, it was a roll up. We had a women's match. We're getting a free roll up, buddy. This is bothering me. It's making me so disappointed, Chris. Why is she doing that?
But
they have.
Other than that, it was a pretty good match.
It was a pretty good match. Ended in a shitty way because they can't write anything but roll-ups. And why is this? Did they not see her in it? No, we already know. They admitted. How about that?
Oh, see, like, that was smooth.
No, it's
that
good.
Was a smooth roll-up, though.
Dude, she's good. They're all good. Well, Ronda did good.
Just wanted to hear you say it.
She did all right. It was actually a decent match. Not as clunky as usual. And I actually think she looks all right. What is this? Oh my God.
Respect.
This is pathetic.
AJ
pathetic.
Is gonna have a head by the end of this.
My head's going to explode. What? Ladies and gentlemen, tell your friends. I'm going to go viral on this shit. This is pathetic. Oh, shucks.
Are you mad at this? Are you mad at the sign of respect? Or are you mad that it's Raquel showing the sign of respect?
Whoa, what is this? When did Chauncey start looking like Carmella with green hair?
Oh, who brought these two up? And why did you do that?
That was Rowdy. Thanks, Rowdy. Look what you did.
Beetlejuice. Holy crap.
All right, next. $1 million. Let's go. Shit. No, dude, listen. Maybe I'm taking too much of a chunk out of this one, but I don't think I am. I tolerate a lot of the garbage they give us. The Gonzalez thing is horrible. It is horrible.
So, okay. You're not mad at the sign of respect. You're mad that it's Raquel doing the sign of respect.
If you saw Raquel Gonzalez on the street, walking down the street, walking towards you, would you think in your head, I bet if I go boo, she'll cry? No! Why are you doing this to her? You made her look like the biggest loser. Like it's like Nikki Ash in a giant body. It's fucking horrendous. Horrendous how pathetic that was. It's Shotzi. Look what you did, Rally. What's going on, KJ and Chris? I'm not watching. Don't have Fox. Right now, we just finished the Ronda match. Ronda won. Raquel looks like an absolute complete pansy. She looked terrible. She's smiling for no goddamn reason. She's almost in tears. I got you, bro. Yeah, I can read your mind. Yeah, guys, listen. Maybe I'm beating it to death. Maybe you guys don't want to hear me go on this anti-WWE rant, and that's not even the case. You have this woman. We watched her in NXT. She was a monster. I keep using that term, but I don't mean she's some hideous freak. She is a big woman. She's muscular. She's powerful. She is dominant, and she annihilated women and occasionally lost her top. But other than that, she was annihilating people. She had great matches. She's talented. That was a good match. When I saw her come out, I was extremely nervous that her and Ronda were going to put up a stinker. Like an absolute turd was going to hit the ground. But it didn't. But this whole thing with Raquel, you can't get a win. And this badass just, it's insane to me. Hey, Johnny, good to see you, buddy. I hope everything is going well. I hope you're living large and having a good time. It's always a pleasure to have you stop by this way. It's a pleasure to see you tonight, so thank you for being here. Let me catch up to some of these comments. Anthony, I don't know if I said hi to you yet, but welcome back, buddy. It's always a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have all you guys. We're in a commercial, so I will remind you guys, we are in the second half of our doubleheader. The fam's all here. We're all kicking around. We're all working together. We're all having a good time. And we will be back tomorrow. Our original content on the weekends is kicking off, as always. We have a lot coming your way, so tune in. And tomorrow night, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Capital Collision. Tune in. The card is stacked. Eddie Kingston's there. Moxley's there. A bunch of other names are coming. Tune in. We're going to be live. And the fun part about this watch party tomorrow is mine and Chris's favorite team, the Toronto Maple Leafs, because we're Toronto born and raised, or at least close, are going to be going into a Game 7, do or die, and that's going to be on as well. I have to watch it. I have to watch the boys play, and we'll be watching wrestling. So it's going to be an interesting night. You guys might see a whole mix of emotions and try and figure out why we're cheering during promos for once. Boom. Where are we going? Stupid. Bet Ronda to stand for 10 minutes waiting for adverts. Yeah, it's horrible. I'd go to a WWE pay-per-view. I have no interest in going live to a SmackDown or Raw and watching people stand around for 20, 30 minutes at a time. It is embarrassing. Raquel versus Ronda would be good stuff. We got Raquel versus Ronda. It was decent stuff, other than Raquel being an absolute crybaby, a giant marshmallow. Ronda will win. If they have a match for the title, I bet Raquel quite a bit taller, and Ronda's she's way bigger than Ronda, way bigger. Now Ronda's still a badass, so I don't mind Ronda winning. Fine, give her a roll up. It sucks because we always see them, but stop making her so much like it's horrible. Oh, they got Kayla introducing Madcap. Yay. I thought Iron Sheik was from America. They just had him. He was not born in America, but he definitely moved to America. And he did lay on the accent thick. And anyone else out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Iron Sheik was not born in U.S. I did watch a very compelling story about his life. He's a very interesting guy. I actually thought it was quite funny. Ask him Becky backstage promo segment on Raw. Sorry, guys, ask is funny. Now, if you're taking that out of it, maybe it works for you. It just feels so anime. A lot of this, it just feels so fake. Again, Madcap, why is he so over the top and fake? And maybe I'm just getting to my wit's end with how ridiculous some of this shit is. Okay, no Ronda losing, no way. Where's the next NXT Raquel? Exactly, badass. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying is you ruined a badass, and now she's in tears. Why? Every time she missed a pin. No, pick her up and slam her again. You're huge. Give her a power bomb. Let's go. What are you crying for? There's no crying in wrestling. I feel like throwing my hat. Has Ronda won yet? Yes, she won. Sorry, I'm quite behind because we moved on to Madcap in the ring with Kayla Braxton. The stadium. Yes, that makes sense. I'm an idiot. Thank you, Raleigh. Don't know where the hell my head went with that. Good. God, it's been 5 minutes. Didn't see that coming. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Who won? Yeah, sir, we're catching up. Way behind. What is going on? KJ, I'm not watching. Don't have Fox. Got that. Welcome back, Chris. Is Shotzi? Yes.
80,000 pounds.
80,000 pounds. I'm like, that's a lot, right?
I think they're going to make a little bit more than 80,000 pounds.
Yes, a little bit more. I think Raquel's 5'11". Isn't she like 6'1"? She looks big, man. 6 foot, maybe? That's so funny, Johnny. I thought it said I'm popping in, and then no, he's pooping. So thanks for sharing. Congrats.
That is.
I don't know why you shared it. Some people like to test my block finger. Why is she smiling so much? Oh, it looks stupid. Everyone talking about how stupid Raquel looks. Smiling everywhere. She's like a real estate agent. That's the way I describe it. Actually, ding. Where's my sound effect? I need a ding. Get back up here. I'll watch. I'm going to get an ad. Yeah, there we go. We got a ding.
There you go.
No, she's like a real estate agent. Hi. How can I help you? What can I get you? Oh, you don't want the house? The hell is happening? But it bothers me. It bothers.
No, it might be one of those that's over before it starts just because it's too much. And now, speaking of too much, when does this storyline end?
Why is
like,
this
okay,
man
you're
not
pushing
acting like a
Madcap.
man? What's that?
Why did you say why is he not acting like a man?
Yeah, he's not acting like a dude. He's acting like a teenager. Like, take the suspenders off, rock the pants, and do your thing. Dude's jacked.
I disagree there. I don't mind. Like that's his gimmick. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but okay, then he takes them off. Then he's just another jack guy with shorts. Like,
all right.
At least suspenders give him something.
But if you're relying on suspenders to give you something, he is sort of kind of getting over it.
The personality thing, at least he doesn't act like Mojo Raleigh. Like, it's a little bit more refined than Mojo Raleigh. So,
oh shit.
Like I said, I'm not the biggest fan of it or him. I'm just, the storyline feels like it's been going on forever and nobody's really interested in it.
Yeah, Corbin smashed him. For those who can't see what's happening right now, Corbin just clubbed Madcap with the belt, and now he's got the trophy again. I feel like this happened already.
Well, yeah, when they first brought out the trophy again, I was like, when do they stop bringing out the trophy? But I guess like Xavier's still wearing his King of the Ring stuff, so
look at this, look at this, look at this.
Oh,
well, that's new. Yes, yes.
And you were shitting all over it.
This is finally Corbin being Corbin. Be a prick. Be an ass. Piss people off. Be devious. That was good.
No, go back to Baron Corbin. Stop being Happy Corbin.
Right? Start hitting people with the finisher nobody ever kicked out of until you reminded us nobody kicked out of it, and then let somebody kick out of it.
And here comes the stretcher, folks.
Wait. No, that's cops. Shit. That's what you need. Place this man under arrest.
No. Oh, I guess Madcap's going away for a few weeks.
Yeah. All right, folks, we're back into a commercial. Hope you guys are enjoying the show. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. I hope you're having a great night. I know I am. Chris, I hope you are too.
Always.
Do remember, folks, this is the second half of our doubleheader. We were on earlier. Listen, I'll be honest. You don't have to check out Rampage. It came in 2 parts. And thank you, Internet and Friday the 13th. But yeah, no, folks, we do have our news updates. We have our original content on the weekends. We have a watch party for Capital Collision that is tomorrow night. Do not forget, join us. Saturdays are always wild and crazy. The crazies show up in the inbox. The hosts are off. We're crazy. You never know what's going to happen. Saturday nights are always a wild time. So tune in. And the Leaf game is going to be on. So you're going to watch. You're going to go on a roller coaster ride with the white boys.
Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting night, but it's always a good time.
It could be very manic by the end of this. This is the most bipolar watch along I've ever seen. All right, folks.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen. So remember, check us out.
Well, Mr. TM, I'm going to take an alpha, grab a drink, and I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah, take your time. So, yes, we are on commercial. Hassan. What does this one say? Madcap Moss is good, not as Madcap, just changed his name. Yeah, not a fan of the name. If you go back to Riddick Moss, I think that sounds more badass. Sounds like a wrestler more than Madcap Moss. Same thing with the Happy Corbin, right? Just kind of go back to Baron Corbin. It was better. It was more, I don't know if serious is the right word, but it was just seemed like a better name for a wrestler. I don't know. Even KJ was just saying it there. He's not a big fan of the wrestling gear, the suspenders. I just think, yeah, I guess you let your personality stand out for you, but at least this way, visually, he's just not another jacked guy walking out of the ring. He has a little visual difference to him, so I don't mind the suspenders. You're on commercial. Yeah, isn't it guys who wear suspenders wrestling? Geez, no wonder Booker T said you look stupid at Backlash Kickoff show. Yes, that was pretty funny. No, a lot of people think he does look stupid, and maybe that's the point. Said he's trying to look different. He's trying to stand out, and visually, look, we're sitting here talking about it. So there's a lot worse things you can be wearing, and it's pretty simple. Just suspenders, shorts. Kind of has an old school vibe to it, in my opinion. So I don't think it's the end of the world. I think you could even use them in certain ways in matches, and if you really wanted to. But yeah, no, I don't mind the suspenders. Okay. What's going on? Madcap, yeah, I'm guessing that's what they're going to show right now. We are back from commercial. Corbin took a chair and put it around his neck and then dropped the trophy on the other end of the chair. So when they went to commercial, they had the stretcher and all the people from the back coming out, and So I'm guessing at some point here they are going to show him in the ambulance or on his way to the ambulance in the back. Hope Bailey shows up. Probably not. Does a ding dong hello segment or something. That would be cool. Oh, yeah, there you go. They are showing him getting carted to the ambulance. And Corbin is interrupting again. And now he's making jokes, kind of dad jokes. Something along, where's Moss going? He's going to the hospital. So, not very good, but I prefer him to still be a little meaner. It's, yeah. KJ loves it, if you can't tell. But back, no, sorry, Raleigh, back to the Bailey. I don't know. It's been weird with Bailey because there was so many reports saying she was cleared. Now she keeps coming out, and she's been known to fool around with social media. I'd like her to come back. I don't know the situation. I wish I did because it would give clarity to it, and then you can. Bailey's coming back on this day. But then that kind of ruins the surprise. So surprises are always fun. I hope she comes back tonight. I'm in the same boat. I don't think she will. No comment. Yes. Sorry, I got the jokes kind of. The backstage segment there and the dad joke kind of threw me off for a second. So we are now getting Sasha and Naomi coming to the ring. So in my mind, this should be a good match. If they get the time and they do it right. I think Natty and Shayna could be a great team. And I think they could have a good run with the belts. I don't know how the folks in the chat are feeling, but I really think they could. They are believable. Shayna's a badass, and there's no denying that, right? Like she is probably one of the toughest females to ever get in the ring. Natty, the kind of resume speaks for herself, itself. She's one of the best pure wrestlers that's ever stepped in the ring. She can have a good match with a broom, right? Like she can get in there with anybody. They could just out rest, kind of steal a little Blackpool Combat Club vibe, where they just out wrestle everybody and just dominate. Do I think it's going to happen? No, I think they are going to lose this match. I'm not sure about you, Raleigh, or anybody else in the chat. I just don't. I don't see him taking the belt off Sasha yet, unless to KJ's point earlier, I believe he brought it up. Like maybe they do lose the belts, and Sasha moves on and becomes kind of Ronda's first challenger. As much, yeah, Raquel just did it. I don't think that's going to continue by the looks of it. Maybe it does, but I don't. I hope not, because Raquel was so good at NXT. So just to throw her away like that and just kind of, you don't see her winning that feud. So why would you put her in that to be your first feud? I think that would be too soon for both of them. Yeah, so Raleigh, my answer to that is I want Shayna and Natty to win. I don't think they're going to win, though. I think Sasha and Naomi are going to keep the belts for a little while longer. Because whether you agree with it or not, like Sasha, they kind of come with a following. But now there has been a lot of talk of Naomi joining the Bloodline. So would Sasha go with her? Or would that be the split, and that's their way of getting Naomi into the Bloodline? everybody knows at this point, like they did the Total Divas, you know why she should be in the bloodline and who she's connected to. So why hide it? I think is a lot of people's perspective on it. I don't disagree. I think they could kind of have. I'm not comparing her, and I'm not saying that kind of character, but that China vibe where you have that female in the group, and I wouldn't be against it. I just I still think they're gonna hold off and wait for a little while longer with these tag belts, and I think I've already said it like 4 times, and that was a little long-winded. Sasha and Naomi are still gonna win. Shane and Natty would be good. Then Sasha and Naomi would split and go for Ronda's title. Sasha versus Ronda. Sasha wins the new champ. There you go. I think if Ronda's losing it, it's going to be at a bigger pay-per-view. So then she can kind of just go on vacation for a little bit, do her Brock Lesnar kind of thing. I wouldn't mind seeing Sasha Ronda. I really wouldn't. I think if they had a good feud and they could draw it out to, I said SummerSlam earlier. I think I think they'd want Ronda at SummerSlam. So I'm guessing there's a big match there, and Sasha would kind of fill that void, would fill that card pretty good, or that spot. And then that way, to your point, then Sasha Ronda, and then Naomi's free to join the bloodline. My booking, I think Sasha and Naomi lose here, maybe. I don't know if KJ was joking or not. I believe I heard him say that earlier. Well, yeah, because the question becomes, what does Ronda do? If it's not Raquel and it was just kind of an open challenge for tonight, where does Ronda go and who does she fight? Does she just kind of keep doing the open challenges and squash Shotzi, squash Aaliyah? Maybe you get a different surprise or two in there somewhere. A Bailey. I don't know. So yeah, that would be one way to kind of give Ronda a bigger name feud. Especially, like I said, kind of going into SummerSlam. I just don't know how long they'd want to do that or go with that feud. So maybe there's something else planned for SummerSlam and Sasha's the meantime. Then you can get to Lacey Evans maybe at SummerSlam, or I don't know. I think Ronda's keeping it till at least SummerSlam, in my opinion. Probably Sasha and Naomi win. They are good together. Wait and see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if they're good together. Yes, I'll agree. Yes, they aren't a bad team. Their entrance is pretty good. They're good at tandem. Is it the most exciting tag team? Do I really care about them? No. Even when they did the original Fatal 4-Way, I wanted Natty and Shayna to win. I just think it's name power, and one, like, Naomi's been kind of, I don't know, she wasn't really doing much. The Sonya Deville thing kind of sucked, so she is athletic. She is one of the better ones in the ring, and she has that following. She has the glow, right? So the kids love her, and you can see why they kind of would want her in a spot like this. And I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it. She's been there a while. She's paid a lot of dues. I don't know. Maybe a change of her character. Maybe to stop seeing the glow. Like maybe she does go in the bloodline and become more of a badass. They tried it before. I don't know how I felt about it. It wasn't the best, but I don't know if they gave it enough time. Naomi getting the tag. Oh, big crossbody to Shayna on the outside. I thought this match might be main event. Oh, you took it too soon. End the show. Nope. Wonder what's after this then. Well, it is 9:20. So we've seen things like this ends, I don't know, maybe in the next 5 minutes. I cannot think of if there is anything announced for what's next. There's no way in hell they stretched it. Like, we've kind of done that before where we're like, they hit the 9:20 mark and you're like, there's no way they're stretching this out. And they somehow do to like 10 o'clock or very close to it. And then you get a little thing at the end, but they've already been on for a little. There's no way. So I don't know what's on next, to be honest with you. We're just going to have to wait and see. Like I said, it was a busy day. I didn't really see too much of the advertisements for tonight. And I know, like even KJ said earlier, there wasn't much. So he wasn't even sure of who to put on. Oh, that was pretty cool. I like that. Sasha looked like she was going for the code breaker. And Natty kind of blocked it and did the discus clothesline from it. It was pretty cool looking. Oh, that looked painful. No, not a roll up. Oh, come on. Oh, 2 women's match, 2 roll ups. Like, Ronda's looked cool. That was this very smooth transition with her and Raquel. It looked good. I'm still not a big fan of the roll up. But come on, is that not 2 matches in a row? They love roll ups way too much. It is such laziness. Like, if you didn't want them to lose in like a clean fashion, I don't know, do something. Make a distraction. Like, the ref gets hit, like something, right? The heel knocks over the ref and then brings in a chair and then gets screwed over and it backfires or something. Like, not another roll up. What?
Get saucy with me.
I don't like when you tell me timeout.
Where is it?
You're not even ready.
No, wait. For the writers of the WWE.
Wait.
There's more.
You are an idiot.
I don't know.
You are an idiot.
Oh,
come on!
All right. Drew Gulak's back. And Ricochet gave him a pep talk.
I missed that because I was listening to you.
Oh, shit. Poor Drew. Drew should join. Ludwig Kaiser. Sounds like something you get out of deli. A German deli. Can I get the Ludwig, please? Oh.
That's funny. I actually
honestly
6 months ago I built a house for a guy with the same name.
Ludwig or Kaiser?
Yep. Ludwig.
I'm okay with Ludwig. I mean, there's been famous Ludwigs, but Ludwig Kaiser. And Gunther Dowie. Oh, great. Did Drew Gulak get caught making a pass at Linda McMahon or something? Like, honestly, what happened here?
But is this just beggars can't be choosers? Like, he has options if he ever left WWE, but at least he's on TV. Demanding?
All right. So we got the new date in the ring, by the way. I didn't know what was coming up next either, Chris. But real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we always brag about being kind of a unique channel. We got different people from different walks of life, from different places, some battling, everyone's battling their own stories, and different ranges of views and opinion. But one of the cool things about this channel is it's a place where people go from the chat to here. And we're going to try it again tonight. So hopefully it doesn't blow up in our face. We're excited. I'm sure he's excited. And we have a special guest here tonight. You didn't even notice. But my man.
Yes.
Nick,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. See, you fools actually let me on.
We're crazy.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nick Heyman, and I am the advocate for the Sirens of Streaming, the Crimson Chronicle, and I am the agent for the Playboy Beanie Bastard from Parts Unknown, Bubbles Johnson, and I am the advisor for the man so far ahead of the game, he trademarked his own name, Chris TM. And I am the humble special counsel to the true needle mover of YouTube, the Iron Man of the internet, Mr. Every Night, KJ White. Glory, glory, KJ. Glory, glory, KJ. Glory, glory, KJ. The fam marches on.
Where is it? What's that?
There's KJ's new ringtone.
That's how you make an entrance, ladies and gentlemen.
Hell yeah.
You might recognize Nick from the chat. I know he doesn't have a nameplate because I got a block right now, but Nick, that is Nick, everybody. Nick, right away you give your promo.
Already more entertaining than probably anything Rampage had on.
So welcome, sir.
Welcome. Thank you very much. But I also would not be able to do this if it was not for my lovely wife, the Kevin Dunn, to my Vince McMahon. I'm just the pretty face that comes on here and cuts promos and lets my nerd flag fly. I made sure I told KJ I would enunciate that so we don't get canceled.
I appreciate the enunciation, but yeah, we all need that number one cheerleader in our corner. So it's nice to have it, and it's nice to have you and the wife, Miss Dunn, present with us. And thank you for being here.
Yeah, she may end up kind of crashing the stream when she gets home from work in about an hour or so. You see lights and everything come on, or me talking off stage, that's who it is.
Are you talking about wrestling again?
Oh, I've converted her. I think like how
Chris
has converted Allie. I've just kind of converted her to where, she's a big Charlotte fan. That's a disagreement in the household of Charlotte Flair, but yes, Rally. These fools finally actually let me on the show. They got sick of having to read 8 comments before the show even started.
Read your own stuff.
Yeah, like I said, me and KJ already talked this morning. So if now he's just gonna have to tell me to shut up or mute my mic. So I have to, constantly.
I got a button. It's so handy. No,
they cut my mic off.
Right there, you go, Nick. Getting some love.
Yes, it was me, Rally. It was me all along.
That Ludwig Kaiser, speaking of names. One. God, Drew Gulak getting TV time. I don't know what's up with Drew. He's taking a beating, but he's on a lot.
I think they just liked how much they used him for like the trainer and everything for 2K22. And we're just like, oh, we can actually use this dude. We still have him. Yeah. He's not part of the budget cuts.
You always need what? Right? Yeah, 100%. I'm surprised he hasn't been cut yet, but you always need a couple of those guys running around, right?
Oh yeah, I bet you I could see him in like the next year or so. He ends up an agent and everything. Like Curtis Axel is an agent now and everything, even after he got released. So you have guys like that. Like I could see him because even if you watch back, I think it was a couple of weeks ago when Charlotte made him tap out and everything. He was coaching Charlotte how to better lock in the figure 8 and everything because he didn't quite have it. So I think he's going to be one of those guys that ends up being like an agent.
No, there's no doubt that he's a good wrestling mind for sure. And I mean, we've seen him have really good matches. We've seen him before WWE have really good matches. He has a good reputation. So yeah, he can definitely end up in that role. And I mean, he ends up being one of those guys where you're like, he kind of has, if he ever gets free, he kind of has AEW written on his forehead because they like the guys that can teach other wrestlers. So he would definitely be on their radar, I think. But man, he's taking a beating. He's like going through the Lana treatment.
I think that they know that he's going to go somewhere else if he ever gets out. So they've got to just job him out. I mean, you saw them do that with Moxley. You see them do that with pretty much anybody that they know is going to leave.
Yep.
Like even Bivens, who just got cut, they're already saying that he wants to go to AEW. They're just going to, all right, screw you. We're just going to job you out, make you as worthless as possible. I mean, he was what, a PWG champ or ROH? He was one of the bigger, smaller indie champs. He was up there with like Roderick Strong and everything. A big name, a big technical guy. When he came in, he was doing stuff with Daniel Bryan 2 years ago. And now he's getting tapped out to Charlotte and is a backstage interviewer and getting smacked by Gunther and whatever, German name that they can think of for that week.
Oh,
just for the folks who are listening to the show, and we're kind of keeping them up to date. We have the New Day waiting in the ring for about 11 minutes. Now, again, for the 18th week in a row, a New Day, Sheamus and crew gang thing. But I do like their AR. I do.
Have they found Butch yet? I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere last week, under the ring.
Yeah, Scrappy Doo, where are you?
Oh, they're showing it.
I just got Xavier getting put to the table, and now they're back in the ring. So I think I'm a little ahead.
You might be. I'm always delayed on Fox. Every Friday, everyone else is like 3 seconds ahead of me or up to 30 seconds ahead of me. And it's like Fox and I just don't get along.
Scrappy Doo, we found you.
They destroyed Pete Dunne, folks. And I know we've talked about it with you in the chat, Nick and Chris, live here, but let's touch on it again. Oh, and just a quick side note. I wasn't on, but that women's tag match was really good. The ending sucked. Really good match.
100% sucked.
But what was my other point now? Shit.
Talking about how they ruined Butch.
Yeah, they destroyed Butch. They've actually, now he's getting in actually having a match. But this guy went from cool, calm, collected, a killer, to now a spastic Irishman. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, but it's like what we've even talked about before and everything like that. And even with the idea of WWE selling to Disney and everything, of they're making a kid-friendly product. That's why they're talking so much trash about AEW with it uses blood, it just this. Oh, did you see their women are actually, having good hardcore matches and everything? How dare they? Everybody's got to be a little kid-friendly gimmick. That's why Raquel Gonzalez Rodriguez, Spanish insert name here, is smiling like she's got a gun to the back of her head. If she, blink twice, Raquel, if you need help, please. We'll send someone. But that's why everybody
give him the money.
Popcorn, kid-friendly gimmick. It's because I know LJ's mentioned it in the news. There's a good chance that they're going to try and sell the company. That's why there's so many releases, but they brag about record profits, but they still pump out terrible product. But guess what? At the end of the day, we're still watching it because we're wrestling fans, because they know that when you think wrestling, you think WWE, you think Vince McMahon, you think WWF, you think Rock, you think Stone Cold. Yeah. You don't right now still think Tony Khan, John Moxley, MJF, not quite. CM Punk probably is the only name that really gets you there. So WWE is just, they've become the Pepsi, the Coca-Cola, the name brand, it's not an elastic bandage, it's a Band-Aid. You hear wrestling, you think WWE.
Yeah.
So they're allowed to just do whatever terrible crap they want to do, just like any other big company.
No, it's crazy. But I mean, overall, that's the thing. And I've been on live for hours, bitching and moaning about how this completely feels like they're selling it off. There's no doubt at all that, you know, if you think about any business, when they start just liquidating as much as they can and just bragging and pushing those profits, they're trying to maximize what they get from Disney or whoever else to take over this. And Vince is going to, you know, walk off into the sunset, you know, in that typical, you know, strut. He's gone. He's goodbye. So I don't know. What do you think, Chris?
See, part of me, I don't know if it's hope or what it is, but
rose-colored
yes,
glasses.
it seems, especially like NXT, we joke, looks like Nickelodeon, and all of a sudden there just seems to be this bombardment of characters again. So it seems that way. Then you factor in all the releases and all this money making and trying to like seem just capitalize as much money as possible right now. But does Vince actually sell it away from his family that it's been in for so long?
But he cut his own
I still have a
son.
hard
He
time
doesn't want
wrapping my
anything
head
to do
around
with
that.
his family. He cut his own son. Look at what he did to Triple H's NXT. You know, Triple H's Paul is lucky that he still got his buddies of HBK and Taker down there just because they're company guys. Vince just surrounds himself with yes men and everything. If Vince really cared about giving it to his family and everything, Shane would have a good spot in the company. Steph did. I don't know if she still does because of everything with Paul. He's got Nick Khan, who's like, you know, that character of in like Lord of the Rings to where he's corrupting, you know, the leader or whatever. Like, just yes, cut that guy, even though we just had him on TV last week. You know, we're building this guy. Oh, Braun Strowman was just our world champ, but cut him too. Like, if you actually cared about it. Was that KJ?
Sorry about that. Raleigh's got a question for you.
Ah, sorry. I told you this was going to be a problem. I'm going to just cut like 20-minute promos. We'll be here till about 2 a.m. because I won't stop talking.
Mute button, buddy. Drew Gulak, are you in the UK?
No, I'm actually in New England right now. So I grew up on the U.S. side of pretty much from about where KJ. Chris, are you in Toronto like KJ is?
Yes.
Yeah, so I grew up on like kind of the U.S. side from you guys. So, but still fairly close. Okay. So I kind of, I guess, halfway have a Canadian New York accent. But then especially now because I live in New England and everybody parked the car behind Harvard Yard and all of that. So I stick out like a sore thumb.
Awful.
Trust me, if I see one more damn Dunkin' Donuts, I'm going to do something bad to somebody.
Oh, wow.
That's funny.
Awful booking of Butch. Where is Pete Dunne? Geez, complete opposite of to Butch. Awful gimmick, awful name, just awful, stupid, silly character. He playing not good. Wait,
what Raleigh said.
Yeah, but that's the thing is we're still here watching it. I know it's that, you know, we're smoking the hopium. That maybe they'll actually go back to when they were good, when they actually gave a shit. Sorry, I know I said I wouldn't swear too much. That's my like one.
But,
wow.
You know, they can do a lot better, and that's I think why you get people that bicker, that like fandom that hates each other, even though we're all watching the same thing. It's because we want each company to do better.
I said earlier, 100%. Chris missed my comment. No offense, Chris. Sorry, I was just going to throw this one up to you. Thoughts on MJF apparently unhappy in AEW. Can you imagine Cody, then MJF, his best friend, heel wrestling? Wow, now that would be funny. Thoughts, Chris?
I think he's going to have his choice of the market, and I apologize, Raleigh, if I did. Yeah, it happens. I think he's going to have his choice. He can go anywhere he wants when his contract expires. Everybody's going to want MJF. I think right now, is he actually pissed off? Maybe. But I think it's just all positioning. I just think it's all business. he's a smart guy, it seems like. So I think it's just mainly positioning and just trying to get ready for that big year that's coming up.
No, I agree with you, Chris. It's, to me, I think it's that, but I think it's also a little bit of it's a work. He's the one, I know me and KJ have talked about this, of MJF is the one heel that can still work that kind of kayfabe angle and everything in the modern era with Twitter, with the fan meet and greets and everything like that. Like, he makes one comment in a promo and a contract signing with Wardlow, and it's top of the news for every wrestling website.
Yeah.
You know, the next day, because I don't really see him leaving there. I mean,
time out. Butch gets the W.
I love his finisher.
A bitter end by Butch. So those listening, Raleigh, this one's for you too. Butch picks up the W over Kofi Kingston. And he's running away again. Here, puppy.
No, come here, boy. Come here, boy. Sit. Stay. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
Who's a good boy?
I got a treat for you.
Right? Oh, man. So 3 weeks in a row, we got a roll up. Tonight, we actually got a finisher and a pin. I guess they didn't want to give us the trifecta of roll-ups tonight.
But we got still the weird walk-off that like we got constantly with Sami and Drew, and we got with KO of I'm gonna do something.
Right?
No, he came back.
Oh. Good boy. Good boy. He's getting a pop. You got to cheer. He hates everything. And he's kind of happy. It's weird.
But yeah, no, back to what I was saying with MJF, like, yeah, he says a lot of stuff about how he's unhappy here. Oh, he hates I think he said in an interview with Ariel Helwani, he hates New Japan Pro Wrestling. That comes out shortly before Forbidden Doors announced. Tony Khan has to okay talent doing these interviews. So it's not like Tony's not on the up and up of, hey, I may say some stuff. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to, pull back the curtain fully, because I absolutely love what he's doing. He's one of the best, if not the best, doing it right now. I mean, he got the whole CM Punk treatment of, hey, I'm getting booed everywhere else, but I'm in my hometown. They love every word I'm saying. But he's still kind of working, that heel heat. Well, he's not dumb. Tony knows what's going on, all of that. Like, even they played into that whole angle even more today. I saw that Tony released a statement saying why he hasn't officially signed Wardlow or bought Wardlow out of his contract from MJF. Like, they're still doing that play into the storyline still in the modern age where everybody thinks they know everything.
Yeah. So with that, Nick, no, I completely agree. And they, MJF is really good at playing the angle and really good building it. But he proved the other night. Could you imagine if he was in a big, a big arena or a stadium pulling off what he did, Wednesday night for his home crowd there? The place would be exploding. He's got enough charisma to pull that in.
Oh, absolutely. And I think AEW can get there. I mean, think about it. It's only been 3 years, and the Forbidden Doors sold out in 40 minutes. Stuff like that. Like, so WWE's been around for 60 plus years. You got to give them a little bit of time. They're going to have some stumbling blocks. I mean, around this time with WCW, with Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo, they were hemorrhaging money. So I get the concerns and I get the appeal and everything. Do I think MJF could do amazing in WWE? Yes. Do I think WWE can take someone like MJF and actually use him correctly and actually get the best out of him? No, that's the difference. I think we've seen the best MJF and what we like and what we get out of MJF because he's in a system that Tony Khan lets him have.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
He had to control so much and run by certain people who was written, like what was said here and everything like that. I mean, even they just brought over Cody, and Cody's already kind of fumbling out of the blocks. I mean, he's been there with Seth now. How many matches? He had the little botched entrance and everything. Like they don't.
Oh shit! I was just joking.
I told you I'm gonna ramble.
Yeah, right. And, no, I just hold you up there because you got a valid point. Just letting the fans know we hit another commercial. And as always, I'd like to take a moment to say thank you for being here. Thanks for Nick being here as well tonight. Definitely making his presence felt. Now,
I'm sorry.
No, not at all, man. You're on the ball. It's like it.
I need a rev limiter.
I like that energy, man. But yeah,
no, it's fantastic.
The show has been pretty all right. I mean, we've had a couple good matches. Again, the long lulls. Again, we got the repeat in the middle. But back quickly, we'll touch on it just a little bit more. But the MJF thing, I mean, he's going somewhere. But if you really think, like either one of you, I mean, true or false, if they're really going through all this angst, he's still being booked like a top guy. He's being used in spotlight moments. And if they really were having beef and shit, it's not all over like this, and let's be real, people. Like things are coming out in certain ways for a reason, and don't get caught up in it. But they're doing a great job playing it and keep doing it because it built, and you see all the AEW, the diehards, like this guy wants to leave. We hate him even more. And that's what they want. And it's perfect.
Could they turn it into a Vince Austin kind of storyline?
That'd be cool.
I don't think
Tony
would want to be on camera that much, though.
Yeah, he's not quite comfortable there. I don't think he
every time he shows up on camera, speculations come out about his extracurricular activities. So maybe not put him on camera so much.
Listen, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's on a high caffeine diet.
Oh, that man has to have more energy than any human alive to run a soccer club, to be at the Jaguars draft, to be running AEW, Dynamite, Rampage, ROH. Right? Like, good God.
No, it's quite mad.
It's
like,
a lot.
Guys, go ahead, Chris.
No, I just said it's a lot, but you go ahead.
He's fiery. He's really got like that twirl vibe to him sometimes, and that nervous energy. Like, and I get it. He's not used to getting in front of all those people and speaking, and he's a relatively young man still. And it's crazy, right? Like, imagine it's almost like, like he's sitting in a room surrounded by all these wrestlers, like going like, okay, guys, this is what I think I'm going to do. And it's just such a funny dynamic, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. He fully needs like an actual booking team around him. Like, I'm amazed that it's just Tony and whatever, I guess, the Young Bucks decide they want to do that night.
Yeah, and I think Jerry Lynn has a pretty decent hand in it.
Does he? Or I thought he was just an agent.
I don't know. I was under the impression that he was kind of lending a hand in that regard as well. But Tony's definitely the spearhead of it all, for sure.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they all have a little hand in it, right? They have to.
Oh yeah, but this just kind of came to me. Tony right now kind of reminds me a little bit of early Vince. Like, KJ, you probably know this more of like when Vince was still an announcer and he had Ico Pro. He was trying to do this and trying to do that, like, and just seemed weird about everything. I feel like that's kind of Tony right now. If he has more money than what he knows what to do with, so and he's booking like, oh, hello, Tribal Chief.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Tribal Chief, the Bloodline, Paul Heyman are all present, walking to the ring. I felt like there was a little bit of a pop for Roman's entrance, which is interesting. Does he slide into a babyface role by accident and they just ride it out? Or
he's been working babyface on like the house shows. Well, I know there's
Yeah.
the whole thing about him not working many house shows left, but what he has been doing, he's been working babyface. I mean, at this point, he has no huge storyline to go against. Brock is gone. Like, what do you got to do to hate this man? Like, I'm sorry,
Right.
you look better than me. Boo. Like, that's the only thing you can hate on him for at this point.
Right. But no, I mean, like, it really is. He's at another level, but they haven't done a good job. And generally a title reign is, rule for thumb is, as the worker, the guy with the belt has to make the title shine, but you really need the good, the talent around you to get that rub, to really get over with the crowd. And I kind of talked about that with Adam Page's title run, where he had
That's
some
what
good
I was
matches,
just gonna say.
but he didn't have really deep, barring, like, oh my God kind of angles. And the Adam Cole thing was kind of flat. And like, this is what's going to happen with Roman, is he doesn't have really much to go up against. I don't know.
Yeah, well, like you were saying with Adam Page, they kind of built for him versus Kenny, and then they kind of didn't know what to do after that. They're like, crap. So it's a bit, that's what it feels like now with Roman, of they built to him versus Brock. That was the best story that they had. It was the only story they had. And so now they're like, crap, the only other story that we have left is Roman versus Brock, but we can't do that for another year. So what do we do in between?
Right.
Like, I've heard that he's supposed to be at Clash at the Castle or whatever,
Yes.
the one in Wales, but it's not supposed to be against Drew. They're saving that for, I guess, UK soil. But
right,
like, it's still outside of, even if he faces Drew, what do you do after that? You do Nakamura, that he just the Usos kicked and he went away for 2 weeks, or like, there's no one left.
Chris, do you
that
see
to me kind of like, you can have anybody challenge for the title. It's how you're telling that story.
But they can't tell good
So
stories.
this whole,
That's the
there's
problem.
nobody for Roman. Well, that's the thing. But this whole, there's nobody for Roman. There's plenty for Roman.
Oh, absolutely.
It's your
Don't get me
writers
wrong
that are
with that.
screwing it up. Or Vince is screwing it up.
I feel like they let Heyman before have a lot of say, him and Roman themselves, with the build up, with like the heel turn and everything. And then the closer they got towards the Brock match, and now especially past that, they've kind of taken back that control a little bit, because like, you have the TV companies bickering over who's on what show, and that's why we didn't get the unification. I think they had the story and then they lost the plot, and now they don't know how to get back where they started, and they don't want to give it to Heyman and Roman, who got them there.
Absolutely. We got Roman Reigns and the Bloodline in the ring now. A very drawn out entrance. We're down to about 7 minutes left in the broadcast. So I'm guessing there's going to be some type of altercation or moment between Drew McIntyre or Shinsuke Nakamura, maybe? Chris, I don't know.
I don't know. The whole Shinsuke thing's weird. So you think it'd be Drew with what they've been doing, but I have no idea. And to his entrance, I love his entrance. I think he's doing that perfectly. He's just letting them eat him alive. Like, he just soaks it all in. I think it's perfect.
I thought surely Tony Khan knows he's doing the interview, or maybe he didn't. I don't know. Weird story. A little bit, right? Tony Khan also owns Fulham FC, who are going to be in the Premier League in England next season. He now owns all that. Is amazing. Bet he's busy 24/7 with all these companies. Yeah, he's got to be able to distribute. He's got to be able to delegate some of this, because it's absolutely insane. So the but yeah, no, overall
promo is so good.
What's that?
Sorry, this Roman promos are so much better. They're so good.
Rally Roman. Finish that thought, Chris. Sorry.
Roman's promos are just so much better now. They're so good.
Oh, he's one of the best on the mic right now. You feel that character. Like, you actually believe that that's him. Like, yeah, you hear all these stories. Oh, he's a nice guy, but you believe he's a conceited dick too.
Yes. Yes. No, you feel it. Like, I mean, and that's what I think I like about it. Like, he's mastered the smirk. And I think a lot, like, everyone knows, I'm not stating anything surprising here, but just being able to sit with Paul and Paul look at him and go, okay, like, make faces at me and work that into his game where, you know, he milks the crowd. He doesn't just run through stuff. It's crazy.
Oh, his facials are amazing. Like, I don't hate me, don't at me, don't come for me, no pitchforks, but I think he has better facials than The Rock does, even. Like, I know The Rock's a bigger actor and everything.
Oh,
but you like go back and watch Roman's matches with Jey Uso and everything like that. Like,
right.
He's telling an actual story there, and you believe everything that is going on, even though it's just like any movie, everything, spoiler alert, we know the outcome, or they know the outcome, but hit every little, you know, that face or anything, like, he just can look so smug but so confident at the same time.
No, absolutely, Nick. You're spot on. And Raleigh says here it is promo Heyman and Roman's guys. Yes, Roman was delivering a really solid promo. Just got interrupted, Raleigh and everyone else, by the RK Bro. I guess the RK Bro sounds weird, but RK Bro is out in the ring, and they are they're going. You know, they jumped on their own microphones. They're going back and forth. We'll see where this leads. I thought Drew's coming out. We're getting down to the last couple minutes. Are we still expecting McIntyre?
I mean, I wouldn't mind to see Randy versus Roman.
I would love it. I mean, what was the first part of that joke, Chris?
He's just sitting there, and he's like, I'm laying in bed. I have the lights off. I reach over to my nightstand, and Randy's like, whoa, 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 whoa. He's like, I grabbed my headphones, man.
Oh, he brought up the word. Oh. He dropped the U word.
Riddle's just RVD when they stopped testing for weed.
Right? Oh, it's funny. He makes me think that they want a tag team title match.
But this is so weird and perplexing to me. Are they actually going to do it this time?
Probably because it'll be on Fox this time. They'll give it away on Fox, and then the Usos will win, and then boom, we have the tag champs.
No,
they're already thinking about doing the story of Randy and Riddle splitting.
Yeah, I want Riddle to turn.
That would be different because Randy's always the one who turns.
That's why I think.
Randy's having so much fun.
Could you boo Riddle though?
What?
Could you boo Riddle though? Like, what would Riddle have to do to make you boo him?
Be a dick.
The man shoots pigeons or whatever out of his sandals and just talks about smoking weed. What is there to be mad about?
Not tonight. We accept, but not tonight. Did you see Hook choke out CM Punk after Dynamite went off air? That was good and interesting. You just wouldn't mess with Hook. He'll kick your ass and choke you out.
Oh!
I did see that clip. It was funny.
Yeah, and I love that Punk actually sold it even after the fans had left the arena and everything because he was cursed by Danhausen. So he legit just laid in the ring like that for an hour or two while fans filed out, and he's just laid there.
Oh!
They were shutting the lights off.
Riddle sneaks one in. Sorry.
Riddle pops him one, ladies and gentlemen.
Riddle versus Roma would be interesting. That's something we wouldn't really think of.
I would love to see it.
Next
I
week,
think that
you
would
called
work.
it, Nick. You called it. Next week, Riddle, Arcade Bro against the Usos, unification title. I think it gets botched and they end up in a cell.
That's
that's
a
exactly what's
possibility,
happening.
especially since isn't Roman not going to work Hell in a Cell? That's what I heard.
Maybe not.
Have those
I
two
heard
main
the same
evented?
thing
I
as
mean,
well,
they
Nick.
did well with. Oops, sorry, Chris.
No, I was agreeing with you. I heard the same thing about Roman not being at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, well, and especially if you do the Usos and say RK Bro, I mean, Randy Orton's been in a Hell in a Cell before. The Usos had a classic, probably the only good tag team Hell in a Cell with the New Day.
Absolutely.
So I think that would be a really good match.
Yeah, I'm in.
Do Roman versus Riddle, non-title, whatever, before on the SmackDown before, just because he's the one who got a shot on him.
Yeah.
Just so you can't have them fight again in a 6-man or anything. And then you save, like KJ said, save that tag match for Hell in a Cell, unify the belts. That'd be sign me up for that.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I agree.
And I mean, right now, whether the people who love them or hate them, Randy and Riddle are over. The gimmick's working. It's grown on most people. Anybody who's like, again, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but you can't argue with the fact that they're one of the few things that get a real consistent pop on the show, and they can wrestle, and this dynamic has been really good. I'm just putting it out there, but if I had the opportunity to write the angle, I think the big swerve would be out of nowhere. It looks like Randy's going to do it, and Riddle kicks him in the face, and he turns. But like I said, he kind of goes that Mickey James route where he becomes like stage 5 and he's already mimicking and mocking him. Maybe he does shave his head and kind of try and make himself look a little more like Randy for a while. And they have this really good kind of mirror image match, right? Why not? Let's go single white female on this.
I was going to say, you had me until he shaved his head.
Do you imagine what he looked like? I thought
no, I don't want to think about that. That's why I lost track, because it's like, no, he would look so bad. Like, that's gold.
Well,
that
Nick,
came after he took the mask off and had the little curly pubic hair instead of the long drape over hair, and just looked like, goth Krusty the Clown. If Riddle shaved his head, just no. I
Nick,
agree with
my
you
idea for that was
the shaved head.
Do you remember the Mick Foley ECW promos where like he started showing up in the suit and I'm not doing hardcore and he was doing those. That was kind of my theory behind it.
Yeah, but that's different than he shaved his head.
Well, I went to the extreme with it a little bit.
Yeah.
All right. Raleigh says also sad wrestling fact for you guys. AEW Paige Van Sant. She is getting trained by a very experienced wrestler, Gangrel. He's still wrestling all the time in MLW. Yes, he is.
True story.
Tonight, Gangrel. I'm not sure why that's a sad fact, buddy. That's not bad. Gangrel's a good guy. And I'm a big fan of Paige Van Sant. Give me some more of her. Put her on the screen anytime, guys.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how she does, especially compared to like Ronda, because they were both MMA fighters. Like Van Sant was kind of meant to be the next Ronda, the next blonde bombshell in the UFC that could kick ass, but you still wanted to, take a peek at the end of the night and everything. But she kind of wasn't as dominant, didn't get the right matchups, whatever. But so it'll be interesting to see if maybe it comes around and she ends up having the better wrestling career than Ronda does.
Maybe.
Or at least is a better performer. I shouldn't say better wrestling career, because Ronda's already a two-time champ.
Two-time champ. Okay, Butch first.
She'll be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No. I was just saying, like, Ronda almost by name will just automatically be in the Hall of Fame at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That makes sense.
All she had to do was that moment at WrestleMania with The Rock where she flipped over Stephanie and she was Hall of Fame.
Right. Absolutely.
Drew Carey was in One Royal Rumble is in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, no kidding. Raleigh, Butch did get the W. His first win as Butch, I guess. He's won a match already. I don't think he has. I think he lost a couple roll-ups. Wonder what NXT 19 minutes left. We got I can't remember his name. They keep changing it. And against the other guy. So that's what we got going on over here. MJF.
Oh, you're actually watching Level Up?
No.
It's I'm not really watching it though. MJF.
Well, I don't blame you. I was just saying. I just got random blankness. So
right. MJF apparently told Ario, it's a work. I really do think it's a work rally.
Like I said, they're not gonna let him go on interviews and everything like that unless Tony Khan approves it. Yes, it's the Wild Wild West with AEW to where this guy from Impact shows up, this guy from New Japan shows up, but at the end of the day, they do still have contracts. They do still have obligations of you have to be here. Yeah, they work other shows, but if they get hurt at that show, AEW can come down on them,
Right. I thought surely Tony Khan knows he's doing the interview, or maybe he didn't. I think I read that one already. Tony Khan also, I read that one already. Jeez. There we go. I'm catching up. Yes, we saw that. All right. Rally on fire. Sad wrestling. I got that one. Wow. How did I end up? Okay. Hell in a Cell, a tag match. They're going to unify the titles. Yeah, I think that's how we go with that. Absolutely. And I think it would be good. I think it's going to be a really good match. Rally like Riddle.
I think it'll be great.
Chris, do you like Riddle? Yeah, you said you've said it many times.
Yep.
I didn't like him at first.
Yeah, I'm with you. He took a little bit to grow on me.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, I think it was. Didn't he feud with like Velveteen Dream or something like that in NXT before? That's about where I kind of got into him.
Yeah, believe so. No, I've always always been a fan. I like him in the ring, like not so much. Like that's what caught my attention first. Is I've always liked his style in the ring. I thought he's always very athletic, and then like his personality is just over time has grown to the point I'm like I can hang out with him, have a good time.
Well, there you go. Yokozuna, Maga, Haku, Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, and I can't think of many more who don't wear boots in wrestling. Can you guys?
The Head Shrinkers.
Head Shrinkers. Good one.
Pretty much any Samoan outside of Roman.
A lot of them.
Does Barnett wear boots or does he do barefoot? Because I know he kind of does the MMA hybrid. But I haven't watched much of Bloodsport.
I think he does like the short boot, but for some reason I picture him with like foot like the wraps on his
That's probably from the UFC days.
I think he's done both. Yeah. Oh, all right.
That is actually a good question, Riley. I didn't realize not that many people do that.
Yeah, I mean it's a short.
Well, Rusev did for a while.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
That's true. I forgot about that. But you also don't see that many people do the foot stomp. Like if he's barefoot, okay, I'm gonna stomp on his damn toes.
Right.
Yeah, I think he hurt himself, and that's why he ended up putting boots on or back on. But yeah, he did it for a while where he didn't have he wouldn't wear boots.
Could you imagine? I don't know how much you guys have watched, like I guess older UFC. But you remember when John Jones like severely messed up his toe in one fight?
Yeah.
Could you imagine doing that in the middle of like a wrestling match? Like picture you're like Mania Night 1 main event, you're Rusev, and you just your toe gets all sorts of mangled.
Right. Well, we've seen other things like I always think of the Sid Vicious leg.
Oh, just
completely different level. But like you're in a live competition, so to speak.
Well, I'm saying, especially if you're in there barefoot and everything,
right? So even a boot can't help you.
Yeah. At least
we were together when we watched Anderson Silva. wrap his
Yes.
leg around whoever that was.
Yeah, and then Wyman had that happen to him too.
Mm-hmm.
Come
And
see,
of
come
course,
saw.
Connor.
Gross.
Oh,
Really
yeah,
rough.
Connor's was really bad.
He stepped down on it, and then it gave out. And
Yeah, that's the
yeah.
worst when they kind of
Mhm.
play it and think it's still there, and it's definitely not there.
All right, what else do we got? Welcome back, buddy. Good to see you. Thank you for all the fans who've stopped in tonight. Even if you're watching the recording, we much appreciate it. Head Shrinkers, yeah, too. Good call, Raleigh, and everyone else. But yeah, I mean, the show did end. Folks out there, let us know, what is your rating for the show out of 10? We'll throw it to you guys. Maybe Chris, you go first on this one.
That's because our girl's not be that nice on it.
There were some pretty good matches, some good segments. The roll-ups weren't very nice. The end, 6. I'd say 6.5. Wasn't the worst, wasn't the greatest. Above average, I guess.
Right on.
Ooh. I'm gonna say 4, just because to me, granted, I caught more of the back end of it, but it's just average. It's below average. It's run of the mill. It's not offensive. It's not anything. I mean, the best tease again is the only thing Roman's in. It's a bit like Dynamite with CM Punk. The best angle is CM Punk. Well, now MJF too, but yeah, I'm excited for if what we booked to happen of a tag match, Hell in a Cell match, but it didn't spark anything in me.
I'm getting the Money in the Bank thing.
Where Cody's gonna win?
He's in heaven right now. I don't care what the haters can say, whatever they want. He is the star.
That's what he wanted. That's what he's built to do.
He's in heaven.
He doesn't. He was
Couldn't
not
do it in
a
AEW.
quote-unquote pro wrestler. He's a sports entertainer.
Yeah, no, he definitely.
That's what I was saying the whole time.
Go ahead. Yeah, keep going, Chris.
Well, I was going to say, like, when we weren't sure where he was going to end up, that was my theory as to why he was going to end up back in WWE. Is his whole style, the new reality show style, like, it just screamed WWE to me.
Yeah, that's why the fans turned on him in AEW, because he still come out there and, my daddy, and it's hard times, baby, being Dusty Rhodes' son, it's so hard. But, he just wants to have all the spotlight on him. He wants to be in every other add-on show that they can think of. His wife was head of something or other. That's when they had that terrible heels website for lady wrestling fans. Like,
they had to pay a fee.
Everything needs to be about Cody.
Right.
That's why he did all the Triple H, taking shots, because that's them. He's the 2022 Triple H and Steph. Except more annoying.
Well, but because they think they're not that.
They're trying to not be that.
Not be that. Yeah. Remember Riddle versus Sheamus when Sheamus actually bro kicked Riddle right in the face? Yes, I do. He jumped off the rope. I think he really knocked him out. Yeah, he rattled him good. Then Rusev was a good one, Chris. Yeah, I remember when Riddle got wobbled. Got noodled, as I like to say.
Didn't he do like a moonsault, kind of like a little bit like when Shelton did that move into the super kick?
Yeah, I think so.
Who the hell is Thea Hale?
It was something like, he was doing a flip or some kind of move, and it was just kind of like, that must have hurt.
Yeah, that's broken jaw.
Broken jaw. That one Saturday UFC, I got kicked to the face. Wow, knock him out. 6 out of 10 for SmackDown tonight. So 6. I really liked a few of the matches. So maybe 2 points per match that I really liked. The ending was okay, but not great. I love that Riddle got the pop. Get 6. I'll go 6.
Yeah.
See, that's why I went in the middle, because I was going to be mad on it.
Right, there you go. Golly, 6. Okay, NXT level up, guys. Yeah, we got Electra and something Hale, Terry Hale, Fairy Hale. I don't know.
This is just their AEW Dark, and no one wants to admit it.
No, that's what it is. But it's just because they
Oh,
didn't want to give up
that's-
all the dollars, and
But
they
did you hear that their deal with Hulu's almost up?
Oh
So
shit!
it's going to be interesting to see if Level Up survives, because they kind of just threw that on there because they had the deal with Hulu for 2.0 or 205 Live.
Right?
So it'll be interesting. I mean, they kind of need it. Of you can't put everybody that's at the Performance Center on 2.0. It's already hard enough to keep track of all of them, especially with every name change. But
Mhm.
so they kind of need something like that. But it'll be interesting to see if it stays on Hulu at least.
Yeah, wouldn't it be? But I mean, overall, man, like again, it is what it is. It's a nice little chance, I guess, for a little more airtime. I think it was just to kind of annoy AEW a little bit, maybe.
But
Just
do they
what the hell?
really?
Just indirectly, just kind of whatever. If it does, it does. If it bugs them, it doesn't. And it's just kind of being an annoying little twit, poking at their ear a little. That's what I think.
Mm. But they're not competing though. Well, yeah, okay, I could see that because they're trying to
Right.
compete with Rampage. That little.
Mhm. This 5:30 time slot's killing them.
Oh, it's terrible. I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, if I didn't watch you guys and everything, I wouldn't have known it was on at 5:30.
Yeah.
Like
No,
they
that's
don't
true.
advertise worth a damn, especially when it time
No.
changes.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a tough one, and again, even with people knowing it, you're not going to get those live ratings. Now, that's not to say their core audience of 400,000 ish wouldn't track it down and watch it like most people did, but and the show they booked it like it was a 5:30 show. No offense, I mean the Kazarian Scorpio Sky match, good pace, two guys that were really familiar, a lot of false finishes. I liked it. I don't understand why Sami came to the aid of Kazarian at the end. Made no sense to me. That's weird booking.
Lazy booking.
Lazy booking. But yeah, no, it's an odd thing. It really is an odd thing.
Yeah, what actually happened on Rampage? Because I really didn't catch much of that. Because like you were just saying, it's 5:30 in the afternoon. Most people are getting out of work on their drive home, or even if you're on the West Coast, it's 2:30 in the afternoon. Like, who on a Friday at 2:30 in the afternoon in California is like, let me see what Tony Nese is doing?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. But what happened on Rampage outside of Kazarian versus Scorpio Sky? Because so far, honestly, that's the most I know.
Well, what happened was I jumped on the stream earlier today, and
I saw the Danhausen Friday the 13th curse happen.
Yes, we did a little bit of that. Now I did miss some of Rampage. The main event was good. I caught the main event. I'm just gonna look it up real quick right now and see what they told me that I missed. But the night I joked with the fans. I was trying to make the thumbnail for YouTube this morning, and I'm like looking at it, and I'm like, on both shows, I didn't know what to put on. I just the Bloodline and a couple fringe people. And then I was like, really, there was no real standouts to advertise. I mean, I could have went with Death Triangle probably because they're pretty popular. But is this the right card? 1 second.
Well, Rampage is very much their B show. Like that's just yeah. And then with SmackDown, to remember who's on the roster, who's who, anything like that. Like I know Will did a tier list the other day or I want to say last week for the SmackDown tag titles, and I thought he was doing it for current teams. I had to go to the roster page to even try and look and see who was actually on the SmackDown roster, who was a tag team. Like, you don't know who's on anything.
Always changing.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I mean, it's I don't know, guys. Sorry, I got distracted by a pin. Electra Lopez, for those who care, got the win, and yeah, crazy. But
is that the one that's Roxy?
What's that?
Electra Lopez, is that the one that Roxy changed her name to?
No, that's Rosie Perez.
Oh,
Rosie
Perez. Yeah, white man can't jump. It's
Right?
so pretty. It's so pretty.
I'm so pretty.
Ain't no thing but a chicken wing.
I did miss Death Triangle because I had the technical issues. Butcher, Blade, and Mark Quinn. That sounds like it had potential, but I didn't catch it. So partly why I didn't think much of it. Bear Boulder versus Sean Spears. Weird. Didn't see it. Ruby Soho and Riho. Now, 1 second. AEW champion had control, turned away. They worked together, did a good job. Soho scored. Soho won over Riho. I told you. If they had given the W,
finally,
if they gave the W to Riho, I would have been really disappointed.
Agree. Yeah, no, Ruby should have won.
Yeah, they made such a big deal about her signing, and she's kind of just fallen by the wayside since then.
Right. What do you guys make of Sammy Guevara coming out at the end to rescue Kazarian, the babyface?
Well, he has problems with Scorpio and that whole gang, right? So I guess it's not too surprising.
Should we not move past that by now? They fought
Please.
enough.
No.
Please.
I guess not, though.
Even Tony has admitted that he knows that he misread the fans reacting to Sammy and Tay. So why are we going to keep forcing them and make them even more go away heat? We saw how that worked with Cody. Why are we doing this again? We had the back and forth hot potato with the title. All right. Now give someone for Scorpio Sky to face. Or if anything, you're going to do Sammy versus Ethan Page, and then make that a mixed tag with them and Van Zandt. But like, I don't know. It's getting into the Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins. Okay, we've seen this enough. Move on.
There's actually good wrestlers in NXT level ups, and no, there's a lot of. Is there? Well, I don't know. I don't know a lot of them. Ivy Niles good. What do you know?
There's
Chris?
a lot of potentially good wrestlers.
Good way to put it.
Yes, they're treating it as their development, right? So you're not going to get the people you know. Some maybe like some of the people come in with a little bit of name, but nothing too crazy. Most of them are the ones coming through their program or the young up and comers. So it is what it is, really. But yeah, they do have some potential there.
Yeah, Rally Impact got 125,000, but that's also their main show. Level Up is an afterthought of an afterthought of an afterthought, and Dark, they just throw it on YouTube because
hold on,
major TV. If they botch, they botch.
I don't want to interrupt. Who is Javier Bardem?
Javier Bardem.
Bardem? Who's that?
He's an actor.
That's what I thought.
He was in shoot, why can't I think of the name? He's been in a lot of stuff.
Few things.
Yeah, hold on.
That's crazy.
Was he in Pirates of the Caribbean? No, not Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's Johnny Depp, dude.
No, one of the pirates. Well, I guess Johnny Depp's a pirate in it too.
But you know,
there's quite a few people in it.
There's an ensemble, I think. Thoughts on Willie Mack leaving Impact? No one in wrestling world really mentioned it. Straight after and Under Siege, it didn't sign a deal, doing Lady Indies instead. A couple things with that is just Willie Mack's good. I don't know if he's quite in high demand. Like, I don't think he's an instant sign somewhere. Yeah, you know, a lot of guys are deciding to go that indie route because they're going to get money. They're going to get good bookings. And you know what? They can work 5-6 shows in a weekend and make good money. Yes. Chris.
He was in Pirates of the Caribbean. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
He's so happy. He's so proud of him.
Dead man tell no tales.
Yeah, no, Willie Mack's good. I like him, but
that's why no one knew about that movie.
What's that?
He said, "Dead man tell no tales." I said, "Yeah, that's why no one knew about that movie."
Right. Roxanne Perez, Rosie Perez.
I do.
Yeah, Roxy, but I call her Dora the Explorer at this point. And then you got Wendy Chu in fluffy pajamas.
Wendy Chu is Dora. She's in pajamas.
I think Perez is Dora, and she's Boots. Like,
oh, that works.
On.
That works.
Right? All right.
When I see Wendy Chu, I just think kind of like bananas in pajamas.
Bananas in pajamas. But, yeah, no, overall, I mean, we'll see what we get. And I guess I'll remind the folks before we head out the door tomorrow night, Saturday night, we will be watching New Japan. We'll be watching Capital Collision live on the stream. Tune in. Saturday nights are crazy. We'll see who's around. You know, the fam's growing. The fam's getting bigger, and you never know who's going to pop in. We're kind of musical chairs of hosts, which we have fun with. Everybody brings their own vibe and their own angle and their own thing. So we are working to put together the perfect team, and we're continuing to put out amazing content. So tune in, like, subscribe, tell everybody you know, send 10 friends, you get a t-shirt. And yeah, I mean, overall, that's oh, wait, Raleigh has a quick question. But yeah, just be here, folks. Sorry, is someone from the Yes?
Yeah, what is Javier Bardem doing? You mentioned him and then didn't follow up with any of that.
He's wrestling. He's wrestling. Shit.
He's wrestling.
Trick.
What you have Rosie Perez from White Man Can't Jump wrestling Javier Bardem from some Pirates of the Caribbean movie happening right now?
No,
that's what's happening on Level Up.
Trick is
that what you said to me?
And he's not having it. He's in control. and yeah, that's funny. I was like, wait, who is this guy? Ding, thank you. I'm hearing things. What are you hearing?
My voice, my beautiful sounding voice that everyone's probably hating by now.
Oh, he's asking what?
Am I hearing things?
No, you're not hearing things.
Oh, Lord.
No, you're not hearing things at all, good guy. It's actually happening. They should have given him a pirate gimmick just for shit. I mean,
it's not copyright if I sing it, right?
Right. But yeah, back and forth. They're throwing forearms. We haven't seen much of Trick. I hate when they throw that swipe, but they throw way high. Throw it in the
question, because I haven't watched much of Trick Williams. Because I know he doesn't like heights. Like they did that spot to where he couldn't climb the ladder and everything. Does he not do any moves off the top rope? Like, does he shake when he goes up there?
I don't recall him up there very often. Ooh.
That might be why. That would actually be pretty clever of him holding to that gimmick.
Right?
Yeah. I have to go back and look because I'm not too sure. But yeah, I don't remember him up there too much.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I mean, I like Carmelo Anthony. He's at ringside. I think he's done well. I wasn't sure about him when he first came out babyface off the tournament, but yes.
I think he has
Carmelo Anthony's an NBA player.
Who?
You said Carmelo Anthony.
Carmelo Hayes.
Did I say Anthony?
No. I didn't hear it.
Oh, you're gonna have to rewind. I
gotta watch the playback.
Maybe I am.
I mean, we could talk about Carmelo Anthony, Syracuse, graduate and everything like that. We can go basketball, but yeah, no, Carmelo Hayes. I could see him being like a good main card, mid-tier champion. I could see him where kind of Ricochet is now.
Yeah, fair enough.
He's a bit better on the mic, but he's not a world beater.
Yeah.
But they could make him better.
True or false?
That's the I guess I think you brought it up before of like with how a champion is kind of defined by their challengers is that like in NXT 2.0 right now, you have a handful of guys who are really good.
Yeah.
Who could really be something. but they don't have anyone worth a damn to go against except each other. So they're going to just kind of cannibalize each other of, all right, well, that guy got his ass kicked. Carmelo Hayes got his ass kicked by Braun Breaker. Jesus, too many B's.
It's over.
18 times. So he's not going to be nothing. Like, they need to build more people constantly. They build a couple guys and then they slack for a while. They build a couple guys and they slack for a while. They need to constantly build talent.
Trick Williams got the W, just to let everyone know. Raleigh Sport out there. Trick pins the Pirate. Now, is it true or false? I was going to ask it.
Burcho, is that who he's wrestling?
Yes. But what I was going to say. Yes. Rumor started right here. The Pirate of the Caribbean guy is what's happening. They're going to start infiltrating. They're going to send over Disney actors. Just go over there and they're going to start turning. Look, we got one. Next week, we'll get someone from one of the Marvel series.
Austin Theory is going to cut a promo to infinity and beyond.
Right?
Oh boy.
He must wrestle before Shirley. No, I think he's just taking this on. I saw Rio returned and then broke her collarbone. She really did. That's what happens when you're 80 pounds and you fight actual size, full size ladies.
Yeah, that's a problem I've always kind of had with like the Joshi wrestlers and everything, especially coming over the US. No offense to anyone, no offense, but they're all super tiny,
petite,
and they want to jump off of everything.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's torn ACL for Layla, which she was getting a little bit of a shine, so it's unfortunate for her. I know Raleigh wanted her in the combat club, so. But with that being said, folks, we're going to shut this bad boy down for tonight. We're going to be back for some content tomorrow. We're going to see Nick again. We're going to see Chris again. Chris, any final thoughts?
No, just looking forward to tomorrow. Thank you for everyone being here. Nick, it was lovely having you on and actually put a face to all the messages.
I kind of took over the show a little bit. David was going to have to mute me a lot more next time.
Right. I was working it out, bud. This is
you're going to need like a dog whistle or something, or a dog collar. Just shock me every time. Okay, you're going too far.
I'll make hand signals. If my hand turns around and starts going like, do you understand?
Just if a certain finger pops up, I'll know what happened.
Right. But no, Nick, you got any final thoughts for this evening?
No, just thank you guys for having me on here. It's awesome to be somebody who was a fan of you guys, started watching you guys when you were doing your insane, like pretty much 24-hour coverage of WrestleMania weekend. And then to now be here live in full effect, hopefully I didn't, ruin your opinion of me or anything.
Not yet.
It's only day one.
Hey, right? It's early. Let's take one step at a time, buddy. Thanks.
Guys, down.
Raleigh, it's always a pleasure. Thank you for being the trooper. You kind of kept the chat going tonight. See, Nick, we got a problem. We might got to.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. There. Someone needs to step up. Raleigh, you need to find like 5 other people to step up and replace me in the chat.
Let's go.
That's funny.
Folks, I am KJ White. That is Chris Trademark. That is the one and only Nick Heyman making his debut. Make sure you give him some love in the comments. He rocked it out. Chris is always killing it.
Rewatch everything these people put out.
That's it. We don't stop.
Like, share, and subscribe. And as always,
hey, it's my turn.
Hey. You told me to work on these.
But yeah, folks, 7 days a week. We're coming back. You never know who you're going to get. It's always a party here at the Wrasslin for Life Network. For now, have a good night. Once I find the button, I will say so long. And from now on until tomorrow, we'll see you on the flip side. Bye.